What's happening, fight fans around the world? I know how y'all are. I know y'all enjoy this thing of boxing. I know we play games and people have their issues and people have opinions. It's cool too. I got opinions and I'm allowed to say my opinions or speak my opinions. And if somebody was trying to send me a subliminal message, it worked. Because if you want to prove that you're better than me, I'm always better. Wide open, ready to go. It's called.
Career, he's really been hurt. He's gone down before one time, but there was a perfect left hand. Roy never saw it coming. Roy is out. And Roy may be out of boxing.
And that's why Tarver wanted to be the counterpuncher, because he answered Roy's right hand.
Roy Jones suggested that Floyd Mayweather meet him in the ring, and Floyd Mayweather has answered. Jones made the statement that Sugar Ray Leonard would have defeated Mayweather in a dream battle on the ATS Fight podcast soon before this. Jones said that compared to Mayweather, Leonard was more aggressive and had a stronger mindset. He characterized Leonard as a fierce combatant, claiming that his moniker often led to misunderstandings. Jones said that Mayweather lacked Leonard's advantage in the ring and that Leonard was a dog. Mayweather openly responded when the remarks swiftly went viral in the boxing community.
Floyd Mayweather were to fight. And, I must say, Roy Jones is my favorite fighter ever. He's my favorite fighter ever. You guys know I was a huge fanboy and all those things. I've said it repeatedly. But if they were to fight, I'll be rooting on Floyd Mayweather, man. I can't. Listen, regardless of how many times I've criticized Floyd and his career or whatever, Tim T has always shown me love, man. Floyd Mayweather showed me love.
Mayweather didn't reply in a news statement or interview. Rather, he uploaded a quiet film that showed Roy Jones Jr.'s career knockout defeats. There were footage of Jones getting knocked out by Glenn Johnson, Danny Green, Enzo Marinelli, and Antonio Tarver in the film. Mayweather included pictures of his expensive vehicles, private planes, jewels, and way of life after the video. The video has a definite framework. Show Jones at his lowest point first, then compare that to Mayweather's money and perfect record. Although the meaning was left up to imagination, the sequence addressed Jones' slur explicitly.
Musty energy.
Lord child, the man Floyd Money Mayweather is watching video of Roy Jones getting knocked out. Yeah, man. Roy Jones absolutely getting cooked. And all this is because Floyd Money Mayweather is upset at Roy Jones Jr. for Roy saying that Floyd could not beat a prime Sugar Ray Leonard. Lord child.
Reports soon followed claiming that Mayweather had secretly discussed with his management his interest in an exhibition bout with Jones. With this, a passive reaction gave way to an active challenge. Mayweather is open to fighting Roy Jones Jr. in an exhibition setting, according to those close to him. Although there hasn't been a formal announcement, the talks are serious. In response, Jones said that he would fight Mayweather at any moment. He questioned if Mayweather only wanted to transmit altered recordings, or if he really wanted the fight. Jones said that they could settle it in the ring if Mayweather wants to demonstrate his abilities.
I think, he the greatest fighter all the time? Nah. Shabby was 80-0 at one point. 80. He could have retired at 80-0. You go up top there? No. He just didn't stop, right? You got to 50 and you stopped because of Rocky Marciano. Right. So Rocky died. He wouldn't die, he probably would have kept going too. So and then at the end, you fight a guy that's 0-0 for number 50. How can I respect?
Discussions over the legacies of both boxers have been rekindled by this back and forth. Jones used to be regarded as his generation's most gifted fighter. He was renowned for his quickness and inventiveness and held middleweight to heavyweight championships. When he was at his best, he seemed untouchable. However, his performances suffered as he switched to heavyweight and then back to light heavyweight. He absorbed too much damage, battled for too long, and was knocked out in many high-profile bouts. Although his record is still excellent overall, some fans' perceptions of him have shifted as a result of his recent professional setbacks. Mayweather, on the other hand, had impeccable career management. He never lost. He dominated talks, chose opponents according to his criteria, and retired unbeaten at the age of 50. His detractors point out that he steered clear of high-risk bouts and took on many of his strongest opponents when they were near the end of their game. Nevertheless, he never suffered serious injuries in the ring and defeated every opponent. He was able to remain at the top for 20 years because to his discipline and defensive technique. There is more to Jones and Mayweather's spat than just Sugar Ray Leonard. It also reveals a more profound rift about what constitutes boxing greatness. Jones highlights the need of being willing to take on significant tasks, even if doing so results in losses. He mentions Leonard, who engaged in combat with and defeated opponents like Roberto Duran, Thomas Hearns, and Marvin Hagler. Leonard battled everyone, even if he did not end his career without a loss. Jones thinks that boxing philosophy is more deserving of respect than Mayweather's well-planned career. Mayweather doesn't agree. For him, being great entails winning and maintaining his position without suffering any defeats. He views his track record and financial achievements as evidence that his strategy was effective. Additionally, he thinks he'd taken enough chances. He cites his triumphs against Shane Mosley, Canelo Alvarez, Oscar de la Hoya, and Manny Pacquiao. He asserts that he never shied away from a significant task and defeated the greatest at the time. He believes that no other boxer has achieved the same level of success by combining talent, discipline, commercial savvy, and discipline.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit, and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my fucking jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel or bed, like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but when I'll show you, when I'll show up, I bring out the big boy and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate him.
This dispute has already arisen. Roy Jones made similar claims in 2018. He said that his own heyday was more remarkable than Mayweather's and that he was not the best. Floyd was the greatest at earning money, he said, but not at boxing. Although he probably recalled it, Mayweather openly disregarded the remark at the time. The most recent remarks on Leonard weren't novel. They just fit into a pattern that Jones has been using for years. Mayweather decided to reply this time. A number of boxing media sources responded to the footage. Talk described the video as deliberate and chilly. It was regarded as classless yet effective by Boxing News 24. Mayweather's answer was backed by several supporters who said Jones had paved the way by disparaging him. Mayweather came under fire from others for making fun of the defeats of another superstar. There were conflicting responses on social media. The reaction was deemed amusing and appropriate by some. It lacked respect, according to some.
Why is the money so important? Why do you always come back to the dollars? People want to know.
Why not? I mean, everything you got on costs money. You can't take your wife on a date for free.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. Me, I'm loyal and honest, and I'm a good person, and I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. And without money, I'd be the same person. I fought so many fights for free.
Jake Paul shared his thoughts. He said that Mayweather was more reliable, but Roy Jones Jr. had the superior peak. He said that Jones took too many chances and that Mayweather was wise to prevent needless harm. The topic gained more attention as a result of Jake Paul's remarks, particularly among younger fans. Despite not being regarded as a credible boxing commentator, he continues to have an increasing impact on boxing discussions. Interest in a possible Mayweather vs. Jones exhibition grew in the days after the video. Both combatants have previously taken part in exhibitions. Mayweather has fought against Tenshin Nasukawa, John Gotti III, Logan Paul, and others. He views exhibits as high-reward, low-risk activities. In 2020, Jones engaged Mike Tyson in an exhibition fight that lasted all 8 rounds. The battle attracted a lot of attention and was seen by millions of people even though it was not officially scored.
Why not Floyd Mayweather? Why isn't he in the top 5?
Floyd Mayweather, he's running the whole 12 rounds and he won the fight.
Manny, who are the top 5 fighters you ever fought, you think?
Barrera, Morales, Marquez, De La Hoya, Cotto,
An exhibition by Mayweather Jones wouldn't be competitive. They are in various physical phases and competed in separate weight divisions. In retirement, Mayweather has maintained his weight and discipline. Jones has slowed down and gained weight. However, the battle would not be about rivalry. It would be about pride, tradition, and amusement. It would generate revenue as well. Both boxers have fan groups who are prepared to pay to see, and there is a lot of public interest.
Two different things. He was a social media blowout. He blew it away. You feel me? And that fit his character because he could do it.
Both parties have shown interest, but there isn't an official date or signed contract yet. The battle will probably follow the exhibition format if it takes place. Shorter bouts, regulations to safeguard the combatants, and no declared winner. Nevertheless, it would be Mayweather's most significant demonstration to date. Roy Jones Jr. is a true Hall of Famer and a former pound-for-pound #1, in contrast to his previous demonstration opponents. Their present conflict, their disagreements, and their professions would be the main topics of the build-up. Both sides are keeping an eye on the public's response behind the scenes. The likelihood of a battle increases if interest stays high. The goal of Mayweather's staff is to organize events that attract attention and media coverage. This event could deliver, based on the recent video and the responses it sparked. If Floyd is sincere, Jones has said that he wants the fight. Everything is still up for debate right now, but it is a possibility. The most recent interaction is reshaped by the context, as explained in Intro 9. It wasn't a one-time move on Mayweather's part to reply with a quiet video showing Jones's worst knockouts. It resembled the venting of repressed annoyance that had accumulated over many years of Jones's shade throwing. Mayweather was bringing out a receipt folder as he aired the video of defeats. Mayweather watched, stored, and waited every time Jones spoke about his brilliance. Floyd's responses' timing and structure offered depth. Roy wasn't specifically mentioned or tagged by him. He just shared the video on Fight Hype, his preferred messaging app, and included snippets of footage of his boats, supercars, expensive watches, and real estate after it. The whole incident, according to TalkSport, was icy and left supporters wondering whether Mayweather was teasing or preparing for a real battle. Boxing News 24 referred to the footage as classless, implying that the pettiness of this maneuver stood out for someone whose reputation was based on accuracy and professionalism. Others, however, saw it as quintessential Floyd, calculative, ostentatious, and difficult to ignore.
I would not be able to take credit for beating Pacquiao after he got knocked out by Marquez because that's not the same Pacquiao.
Of course.
That's not the Pacquiao at the top of his game. Yeah, but in society today, we'll call that person the best fighter ever.
Of course.
The fact that Roy Jones Jr. didn't remain quiet just added to the intrigue. Jones basically called Floyd out again on social media after the video went viral. He insisted that Mayweather demonstrate his superiority. He didn't retract his remarks on Leonard. He doubled down instead, portraying Mayweather's video as an overreaction rather than a reaction. Jones underlined that, particularly when you're not taking chances, the greatness discourse cannot be based just on 0 losses.
Different things. He was a social media blowout. He blew it away. You feel me? And that fit his character because he could do it, and do things the way he did it. He was smarter. I wanted to play King of the Hill. He didn't care to play King of the Hill. He wanted to play King of the Field, which he did.
The core of this conflict is that notion, a difference in the definition of greatness. The side of boxing that emphasizes daring, weight jumps, showcase knockouts, and spectacular risks is embodied by Roy Jones Jr. He defeated John Ruiz to win a historic WBA heavyweight championship, among other titles ranging from middleweight to heavyweight. He didn't give himself a pat. Even if it meant losing later in his career, he pursued significant and impactful events. He has always argued that taking risks and pursuing a legacy are the paths to genuine greatness.
Now, if you haven't understood how I believe Devin Haney is more of a GOAT than Floyd Mayweather, I'll break it down one more time. Floyd Joy Mayweather Jr. at 25 had 29 wins, no losses. Devin Haney at 25 has 31 losses. Which one is more? It's a basic numbers game. I don't care if you're a Floyd fan, if you're a Devin Haney fan, it's a basic numbers game. So break it down. That's 2 more. Devin Haney wins that.
Mayweather has a different perspective. He used timing, control, and spot picking to build an unbeaten career. He was never hurt. He maintained his composure during discussions, made sure he had the upper hand in every battle, and performed flawlessly from beginning to end. He defeated elite opponents including Mosley, De La Hoya, Pacquiao, and Canelo. He retired first and won championships in 5 different categories. Perfection is the defining characteristic of excellence in Mayweather's camp. Long-term supremacy, no defeats, and no flaws make up this flawless resume. Roy's claim that Floyd wasn't nearly as harsh as Sugar Ray Leonard is essentially an argument about that philosophical difference. He is discussing attitude rather than skill. According to him, Leonard would have put Floyd to the test in a manner that Floyd's real rivals were never able to.
Crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, fighters fighting, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million. But I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight?
Fans have started to wonder whether this is the beginning of something larger outside of the actual transaction. Mayweather has previously participated in a number of exhibition fights, including ones against John Gotti III, Tenshin Nasukawa, and Logan Paul. The now 55-year-old Roy Jones Jr. has openly shown interest in further non-competitive contests, like as one versus Jake Paul, and faced Mike Tyson in an exhibition as late as 2020. Floyd versus Roy in an exhibition seems implausible on paper. Distinct styles, distinct primes, and distinct weight classes. However, in the realm of spectacular boxing, realism isn't always important.
Floyd, but it seems like everybody's afraid to have that O, to have a 1 or a 2 where the O used to be. Ali lost, Sugar Ray lost, Hagler lost, Hearns lost. These guys lost. When did the O become the end all be all?
I think Mayweather, and how he made it big to the public, like 47-inch.
Mayweather has shown that if the payoff is good and the danger is little, he will fight. Despite the fact that his chin isn't as strong as it once was, Jones continues to train and attend the gym. Given the success of Floyd's unofficial events, fans have begun to question if this verbal duel may turn into a risk-free, money-grabbing exhibition fight. Just 2 well-known names, a few rounds, millions of views, no licenses, and no rankings.
That's how Floyd is. He's very.
Do you think he's the great? You think he's the greatest? One of the greatest
Every
ever?
great fighter in the world says technically there's nobody better.
Yeah.
Every single.
Easily the best counterpuncher. Of all
No,
time.
every great
Best
fighter in the world says there's nobody better. But when you're talking about wins,
right?
Not the best heavyweight champ is Mike Tyson. I think, right? Like the scariest guy, because his force is just so.
It's insane.
Yeah,
but Logan having almost beat Floyd, that's got to put him in the top 3. Top 3 greatest.
Social media is the other factor at play here. Mayweather is skilled at controlling it. It wasn't simply Roy who watched the quiet video. For the algorithms, that is .it was divisive, shareable, and meme-worthy due to the montage of knockouts and the opulent lifestyle that followed. It generated discussion on Twitter, Reddit, TikTok, and in the comments. With supporters queuing up on both sides of the GOAT argument, it led to side-by-side comparisons. The reactions varied even among boxing journalists. Floyd's video was justified by several observers who said that Jones encouraged the smoke by talking so vehemently against Leonard. Others said that the footage demonstrated Mayweather's enduring sensitivity to criticism and his desire to uphold his reputation, even in the face of retiring greats. Regardless your perspective, it's evident that the video resonated with the boxing world as a whole, not just Jones.
See, they're upset because I'm able to milk the game. I'm smart, kept all my faculties, made a lot of smart investments. So, when great people like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, the Waltons, the people that own Walmart, Walgreens, when they're getting money in their 50s, their 60s, their 70s, 80s, and even 90s, it's okay.
Supporters who are aware of Mayweather's lengthy dispute history recognize this as a trend. He seldom ever interacts directly. He never appears in forums or discussions. He distributes stuff to show that he's keeping an eye on things, making calculations, and staying above the crowd, whether it's a sleek documentary short, a private plane picture drop, or in this instance, a stunning montage. For his part, Jones hasn't changed his mind. He keeps talking boldly about what he considers to be true greatness. He's not alone himself either. Even though Jones lost later, many in the boxing community still contend that his exceptional athleticism and daring made him even more unique. Others claim that Floyd is untouchable because he can never be defeated, taken down, or allowed to lose the limelight.
If you let him move around and do what he want to do, he's going to beat you because he's very explosive and he's very mean.
I was going to say mean
to me, people don't give him enough credit. People always say, well, Floyd would beat Sugar. No, baby, Floyd is not as nearly as mean as Sugar was.
You don't think he would have beat him?
How? How you going to keep him off on him? Sugar is a dog. Just because his name Sugar don't mean nothing. Sugar is a dog. People don't give him enough credit for that. You got to think, this is around, between around 13 and 14, I think. Angelo Dundee said, you're blowing it, son. Sugar Leonard guy went there and put these things on Tommy Hearn.
The boxing GOAT argument has gained additional attention as a result of this conversation, which is its greatest effect. Every time period has its own set of norms and expectations. In their heyday, Leonard, Duran, Hearns, and Hagler engaged in combat. They exchanged victories, defeats, and knockdowns, but on the other hand, Mayweather controlled his career to steer clear of needless dangers. He defeated all of his opponents, but he did it on his terms, often after they had become older or slowed down. This discrepancy leads to a never-ending discussion on the superior strategy, and that issue is brought back to the forefront of the sport by the Mayweather-Jones feud.
Okay, well, we're going to know in the least amount of fights, you know, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all four of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by... I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business.
What began as a single comment about Sugar Ray Leonard has evolved into a complex discussion about memory, legacy, and respect. Floyd Mayweather didn't say anything in response. Roy Jones Jr. added more of them in response. And the boxing community, split as ever, is once again taking sides in a conflict that is felt outside of a ring. What are your thoughts on the continuous back and forth of HD? And if these two entered the ring, what do you suppose would happen? Please subscribe for additional updates and share your thoughts below. I'll see you at the next one.